Namaste, Jai Bharat. One of the Pakistani YouTubers who is quite senior, elderly person, spoke a reality. Normally such realities hardly come from the YouTubers of Pakistan. But this time I heard him speaking something very truthful. He was trying to say, he said this thing about education. He says no matter how seriously and how highly educated one is, he says you may go to do a PhD or you may become professional like a medical doctor or engineer. However, whatever might you be becoming later through your hard work, if you happen to have your basic education in madrasa, you're finished. He was saying this thing very clearly. If you are a madrasa educated person right in the beginning, then your whole life is gone to waste. Because whatever you study, it gets covered in the madrasa kind of slogans, or madrasa kind of approach and perspective and visions, etc. So once you go into madrasa, and the madrasa basic education you have been given to, then no matter whatever you study, you don't escape from the clutches of such madrasa medieval thoughts. I think that his position is very pertinent. What he speaks is absolutely correct. Once you have already groomed into that, then he would keep telling that he will give everything, and repeat that if Allah wishes, at every other step. Keep telling inshallah, every other step. This reminds me of the commandment, the 10 commandments which Moses gave. And one of the commandments is, thou shalt not take thy Lord's name in vain. I think 10 commandments must be applicable to Muslims also. I think so. Because it's applicable to the Christians. Anyone knows. And these Muslims, Islam accepts the tradition of prophecy. They believe in the institution of prophecy and they accept the prophecies. And it's the commandment that says, thou shalt not take thy Lord's name in vain. But precisely that's what is happening in this world. Every step they keep taking the name, keep taking the name. And say everything will be looked after by him. He will do everything. And this has a double effect. On one hand, the person won't work. Without working, he believes everything would come from above the sky. Less competitive they become. Because they think everything will come out of the blue, will come from the blue. Now this kind of things will make them inert and to an extent of being a waste. So this kind of education which is given right from madrasa would spoil your life, and there's no point. Once you are given that, there's no point in doing any other education. And like that man who was telling, I don't want to take his name, that no matter even if you do PhD, you still remain the same. You can't escape. So this is the problem with madrasa education. So one of the fundamental problems of Pakistan, actually one of the real problem in Pakistan is that the madrasa education system. If you want a clean society, if you want to have a better society in Pakistan, you should stop madrasa education in toto, so that the Maulavis in their nitwits, they won't speak things to children and get them brainwashed. They have this force of concept of God. With that they do all those things. With the concept of religion, they do all those things. They have an authority in your mind, not in themselves. In your mind they have an authority. You accept them as an authority, and you keep getting into difficulties. So if Pakistan can do away with the madrasa kind of education, which they can't, I know very well they can't in capital letters, but if I'm just speaking hypothetically, then there will be better society. There will be much better society. You can't imagine how different it will be minus madrasa education. So the real problem with Pakistan is madrasa education, which means that you have lost your original identity with Bharat, which had been the identity of your ancestors, my ancestors, they're the same. And the sanskara of Bharat. All those things you have lost. What to do? So, if at all, one can do away with the madrasa education and the Maulvi teaching, there's a possible redemption for the society. So, till we meet again, Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.